In this video, you're going to learn how to create the toolpaths for the chess queen. So for this assignment, I already give you the model, so you're just going to download the model from Google Classroom and then bring it into Fusion. Then we're going to go ahead and go to Manufacture. We're going to actually go to Turning up here instead of Milling, and we're going to do a new setup. So for our chess queen, our setup, we want our origin to be at the front of our chess queen here. So anytime you're doing a CNC turning project, typically you're always going to want the bigger end towards the back. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and actually select flip Z axis here. And it should flip it so that our Z is in the front and point it away from the chess queen. Next, we're going to go to stock. We're going to make our stock diameter needs to be 1 inch, and our length is actually going to be 2.5. For model position, we're going to do offset from front, and we're going to offset at 0.02. So 2.5 is the amount you will have sticking out of the chuck when you set up your machine. So you're going to measure from the front of the jaws to the end of your stock should be at minimum 2.5 and not too much bigger so that we don't get any chatter. Go ahead and hit OK once you have your setup done. We're going to start with a turning face here. We've got to select our tools. We're going to Manufacturing Tools, and we're going to do tool number 3, this VNMG. Go ahead and select that. Your surface speed should be 800. Maximum spindle speed is going to be 3000. And cutting feed per revolution can be 0.008. Next thing we're going to do, we can go to Geometry tab. That should be fine. Model front. Radii should not matter for what we're doing. Passes, we can leave that default as well. And linking can be default as well. So go ahead and hit OK. You should see this face is just going to come in. It's going to face it off to the front of our model. So it's taking off that 0.02 that we set in our setup. Really nothing more than that. That's it. Nothing too crazy. Next, we're going to do turning, profile roughing. So we're going to do a roughing pass on this to take away a lot of the material. It's going to be the same tool, same speeds and feeds. So go ahead and change 3000 RPM, 0.008, 800 surface speed. Go ahead and go to geometry. We're going to leave that the same. We're going to leave all that the same. Passes, stock to leave, make sure that's on. We're going to leave 0.004 on the X and the Z. So what that means is we're going to leave 0.004 inches of material this way and this way. And that's going to be so it cleans it up in the finished pass. Maximum depth of cut can be 0.048. And we can leave everything else default. Go ahead and hit OK on that. So that's going to rough everything out there. Next, we can go ahead and do a turning, profile finishing. Same thing, set that maximum spindle speed to 3000 and make sure all this matches mine. Nothing we need to do in passes, nothing we need to do in linking. We can just hit OK. So that's going to do a finish pass. Lead out has been modified. Do a gouge with the remaining stock. That's fine. We're not going to worry about that because it's yellow. It's not red. So all that's doing is saying that they changed something to make it work a little bit better. Last but not least, we have to cut our part off. So we're going to do a turning part. We're going to select a different tool for this. So go into our Manufacturing Tools library. We're going to do tool number 5, turning grooving. Go ahead and select that. For our geometry, we're going to make sure model back is selected, and you should be good. We're going to go to passes here. Go ahead and turn on use pecking and make the pecking depth 0.02. Hit OK. And that looks good. So that's all you need to do for that. So now to post it, well, let's go ahead and simulate it first. So we're going to simulate it. It's going to play it. So it's going to face that front off. It's coming in. It's going to rough our material. It's roughing out our queen. Now it's finishing it, and now it's parting it off. that all looks good. Exit simulation. To post it, you want to make sure that you have the full setup selected. Post process. We are looking for Haas turning. If you don't already have it in there, you're going to have to go in here and figure out how to add it. So it should be in the Haas section, and you'll select that and add it to your library. As far as what settings we need to change, you're going to go to configuration, uncheck got chip conveyor, and uncheck use tailstock. Go ahead and name it whatever you want and post it to your flash drive just like your mill. Now, it's very important that you do have Haas turning selected. If you have the mill selected, it will not work right. And then go ahead and just post that to your flash drive and you're good.